President Ronald Reagan, who was shot during his first term, makes a fantastic joke about a balloon.
And democracy that have marked the history of this city. America missed me.
President Bush and comedian Steve Bridges give a tag team speech. Bush was often accused of saying the wrong thing at the wrong time. In this skit, Bridges was supposed to represent Bush's thoughts.
Here it comes. Nuclear proliferation. Nuclear proliferation. Nuclear proliferation.
Nuclear proliferation.
All right, maintain. Be cool. Let's give this a try. We must enhance non-compliance protocols, sanctioned not only at IAEA formal sessions, but through intersessional contact.
We must enhance non-compliance protocols, sanctioned not only at EIEIO formal sessions, but through intersexual conduct.
Vice President Walter Mondale lost re-election in 1980 by a landslide. As Vice President and President of the Senate, he then had to certify and read the embarrassingly low number of votes in front of Congress, which applauded him.
George Bush of the state of Texas has received for Vice President of the United States 489 votes. Walter F. Mondale of the state of Minnesota has received 49 votes.
A little girl disassembles President Bush's outfit.
All over the country, literally all over the world, congratulating us, praying for us, telling us how pleased and proud they were. We came to realize that these kinds of things happen in other communities too. As a matter of fact, they happen a lot more often than we really realize. We like to call on President Bush on behalf of all Midlanders and the citizens of the United States to present this award.
Well, let me just say how pleased I am as a former Midlander to see that town that I love. Sorry about that.
At a point when it was possible that the U.S. and Russia could become allies, Presidents Bill Clinton and Boris Yeltsin get into a fit of laughter after the leaders take jabs at one another.
I can tell you that you're a disaster.
Be sure you get the right attribution there.
Я надеюсь, что вы правильно все это поняли.
Alicia Watkins, a homeless veteran who served during the war in Afghanistan, impersonated a member of the press to get into one of Donald Trump's speaking events when he was running for president in 2016. Ms. Watkins asked Trump if he'd consider hiring veterans. Trump offered her a job on the spot, and she was reported to be working in one of his hotels. Ms. Watkins filed a defamation suit against mainstream media companies for alleging that she had exaggerated her injuries during her time in service.
Boy, what are you looking for? What kind of a position? Come up here, come here. She looks so smart and good. Do you mind if I do a job interview right now? We need good people. How are you? So what's your experience in front of the world?
Well, I design, I do wreaths, I do all types of decorations.
And you like this building?
Yes,
okay.
I do.
So here's what I'm going to do. There's the men. Stand right over here.
Oh my God.
If we can make a good deal in the salary, she's going to probably have a job, okay? All right, good. Have a good time. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. Good. Thank you. So nice.
Senator Obama speaks about the death of his grandmother, Madeline Dunham, who raised him. She died the day before her grandson was elected President of the United States.
Some of you heard that my grandmother, who helped raise me, passed away early this morning. She's one of those quiet heroes that we have all across America, who, they're not famous, their names aren't in the newspapers, but each and every day they work hard. And maybe their grandchildren or their great-grandchildren live a better life than they did. That's what America's about.
After being defeated in the election, Senator John McCain, Obama's opponent, gave a small tribute to Mrs. Dunham.
Senator Obama has achieved a great thing for himself and for his country. I applaud him for it and offer him my sincere sympathy that his beloved grandmother did not live to see this day. Though our faith assures us she is at rest in the presence of her Creator, and so very proud of the good man she helped raise. Senator Obama and I have had and argued our differences, and he has prevailed. And I pledge to him tonight to do all in my power to help him lead us through the many challenges we face.
President Trump calls a terminally ill man.
Between now and my expiration date, so whatever. Either way.
You don't even talk about expiration dates.
Oh no, I'm not. No.
You'll be surprised. You know, I know my people. You're going to be surprised. I just sent you a little note too. I wrote out a little note. So I guess we sent it to your sister or whatever, but you'll get that. But I read a beautiful story about you, and I just said I want to call that man. That's my kind of guy.
Yeah. Mr. President, I through thick and thin, you know, there's been a lot of thicks.
Right.
And there's been a lot of thins.
Right.
I support you.
President George H.W. Bush's service dog, Sully, visited his former owner's casket. Sully continues to serve as a service dog for military veterans. Sully even has his own Wikipedia page. President George W. Bush and First Lady Michelle Obama have been good friends, despite subscribing to different political parties.
National Museum of African American History and Culture. They do have a special bond, the Democratic Obamas and the Republican Bushes. We saw it at the memorial service for the fallen Dallas officers when Mr. Bush and Mrs. Obama held hands and swayed to the music.
In 2018, the Senate unanimously voted to allow babies into the Senate chamber. This allowed Senator Tammy Duckworth, the first sitting senator to give birth, to cast her vote without leaving her newly born child. It is also customary for the children of House Representatives to attend the first day of the new Congress.
Which you are about to enter, so help you God. Congratulations, you are now.
Members of Congress occasionally play baseball.
Democrats were trying to get caught up. Wow, this is a long
Greg
ball.
Stubbe with the first pitch and the first swing is going to be a home run. Stubbe out of the ballpark into the left field bleachers. Stubbe with the very first offering from Pete Aguilar swings and sends it to left field and out while everybody's milling with.
President Jimmy Carter shook the hand of every passenger on his flight.
For the duration of the flight, although you're more than welcome to use those devices for the entire flight, as long as they do stay in the airplane mode. Before the aircraft removes today, everyone must be seated, seatbelts fastened, tray tables, carry-on items loaded, and press the Lord.
I know. Not my fault we're late, Mr. President.
What a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Mr. Carter also spent most his post-presidency career working with Habitat for Humanity, building housing and infrastructure for those in need. Carter has a post-presidency longer than any other president, 43 years and counting.
The secret to growing old, I tell them, marry the right spouse.
He surely did. Mrs. Carter by his side for 73 years. The volunteers make quick work of these new houses. Monday, they were slabs. By Thursday,
We don't hand out anything at Habitat except, I'd say, love and affection and equality and companionship.
President Obama, a Democrat, and Speaker Boehner, a Republican, hang out together.
Now that is a great move. Yeah, it's good for me. It's good for me. So, you got any advice for me?
So now you want my advice? First, stop sending me all these LinkedIn requests. And second, here's the beauty of this whole thing. You've got all the time in the world to figure this out. You can just be you for a while, if you know how to do that again.
So I can just be me. And I can wear my mom jeans in peace. I hate these tight jeans.
Good. Yesterday, I had a beer at 11:30 in the morning. And you know, McDonald's now serves breakfast all day long.
You know, Michelle's going to be at spin class, so she'll never know.
Right. Let it go. You know, it won't be long. You'll be able to walk right out of the Oval Office singing zippity-doo-dah, zippity-yay.